Job openings fall as the American economy slows and retirees going back to work due to inflation. Today, I read an article on CNN Business written by Alicia Wallace titled, "Job Openings Fall to New Three-Year Low as the U.S. Economy Continues to Slow." According to the author, the number of job openings in the U.S. shrank for the second month in a row, setting a new three-year low amid further signals of cooling in the labor market. There were 8.06 million available jobs posted in April, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics' latest Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey, or JOLTS report. This was released Tuesday. That's below the downwardly revised 8.36 million seen a month before and the lowest since February 2021. I'm so confused. I thought our economy was booming. I thought we had the strongest economy in the history of the world. I hear this kind of narrative in the mainstream media and from some politicians. Isn't it interesting how much data gets downwardly revised these days? This is not the first time I've heard of this happening in the past year. In addition to job openings coming in lower than expected, we've seen quite a few layoffs this year from big-name companies. My heart goes out to these people and their families who may be struggling to find new employment. This has to create a lot of stress in these households. Depending on their age and occupation, some may never find employment that pays close to what they were making previously. Now, this certainly isn't the case for everyone. There are some people who have a skill set that is in high demand and they can name their price. I spoke with a dear friend of mine this evening. Two of his coworkers were invited to Zoom meetings this past week and they were laid off. My friend, who works in the same department as these two other people, was called to a meeting tomorrow morning via Zoom. He has a family of 5, and he is in a field that isn't as easy to find new employment. I am truly worried for him and his family. I also worry about everyday Americans who don't have their financial affairs in good order. Some are ill prepared for unemployment. A lot of people don't have an emergency fund. Unfortunately, some live paycheck to paycheck and have never been able to set aside money for an emergency such as getting laid off. However bad the job market is right now, I think it could get a lot worse depending on what happens with our economy in the future. If we see the economy slow further, or if we see a sizable correction or crash in equities, watch out. I really hope neither happen. I hate to think about Americans suffering financially. If I were in a situation where I didn't have an emergency fund, I'd cut out all luxuries in life. I wouldn't go out to eat anymore. I wouldn't go on vacation. I'd stop going to the movies. I'd stop spending money on streaming services. I'd find ways to live far beneath my means to free up cash to save for an emergency. Some people live like the money will keep rolling in forever. Even high earners do this. Some may be in for a rude awakening if and when our economy slows further. This is going to be especially painful for people with expensive homes and lots of expensive toys with payments. What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Here's something that could complicate the labor market. Retired people are thinking about going back to work. I read an article on Yahoo Finance put out by MoneyWise and written by Christy Bieber titled, "Almost 1 in 3 American retirees are considering temporary work and unretirement as cost of living soars." The author of this article referenced a survey conducted by Indeed Flex of U.S. seniors between the ages of 62 to 85, which revealed that almost a third of retirees are considering doing between 1 and 3 shifts of temporary work per week. The author went on to say 42% of working seniors who have never retired are thinking of adding temporary work to their full-time jobs. Here are my thoughts. This could make it more difficult for younger people just starting out in life to find employment, and it could make it more difficult for people getting laid off to find new employment. Now, you might wonder, why are all these older people doing this? The author said some seniors want temporary work for personal fulfillment and a desire for social interaction and healthcare benefits. But a fifth of seniors polled returned to work due to the rise of cost of living. Well, my friends, I have to wonder how many of the people who said they went back to work for personal fulfillment and social interaction were too embarrassed to admit the real reason, which is they simply needed the money. Inflation has impacted a lot of Americans. I am sure some retired people on a fixed income simply can't survive anymore on what they are getting from Social Security. The cost of living adjustments simply haven't kept pace with real inflation for many people. I truly feel bad for older people who are in a situation where they have to go back to work to earn more money. This can't go on forever. There may come a day where their bodies or minds won't allow them to work anymore. The human body deteriorates as it ages. Nature can be very cruel at times. Somewhere in America right now, there are people who are depressed and scared because they don't know how they are going to pay for their medication now that the price went up. Some of these people may have to choose between buying groceries or paying their rent. Some may have to choose between repairing their car or paying their utility bills. For people without financial resources or family members to rely on for help, life can get really scary at times. All of this while CEOs are making almost 200 times what workers are. That's the title for the next story that I read on Yahoo Finance, put out by CNN and written by Maddie Egan. According to the author, the median CEO in the S&P 500 was paid 196 times as much as the median employee in 2023. This is according to an analysis by Equilar and the Associated Press. This is up from a ratio of 185 in 2022. Now here is what I found interesting. The annual pay hike for the median S&P 500 employee amounted to about $4,300, but for CEOs, it was $1.5 million. I know CEOs have a lot of responsibilities and some have a lot of stress in their life. Some make decisions that are far-reaching for the company and impact a lot of workers. Many have connections that bode well for the company. I get all that, but you have to wonder if some are really worth what they are getting paid. Couldn't they get by with a couple $100,000 per year in compensation? The same holds true for highly paid coaches. Couldn't someone coach as effectively for a couple $100,000 per year instead of millions of dollars per year? I'll let you answer those questions in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.